Welcome, everybody. You know who I am. I'm your host, Izzy, right here on the Built in Buffalo YouTube, Facebook, and X channels. Coming to you live to discuss the AFC East and the state of it after week 2 because the Buffalo Bills played the New York Jets, the Dolphins played the Patriots, and so we have our first round of divisional conflict. And now the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots are 1-2 in the division. So let's freaking talk about it. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing today? What in the world is that? Hang on. I don't like that. That's all right. Why is that out there like that? Hmm. I don't like it. But it is what it is. You know who I am. It's a great weekend for me. Great weekend for me. And all the Bills fans, watching this Bills versus Jets game. But I'm going to cover our game second. The Patriots played in Miami against the Miami Dolphins in what was an excellent game. Like, I had 2 screens on. Actually, I had 3 screens on with 3 different games. I had the Bills and Jets. I had the Dolphins and Patriots, and I had the Jags and Bengals on 3 TVs. 2 of those games were actually good games, and one of them was a blowout, and that was us. We blew them Jets straight out of the water, and straight out of the air. And yeah, the Dolphins game versus the Patriots game was a really, really good game. I mean, Tua, 26 to 32 for 315, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, solid pass rating of 115.5. And then Drake May, 19 to 23, 230, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 137 passer rating. Tua was sacked 5 times. Drake May was sacked 3 times. Ramondre Stevenson had himself a day today. On the ground, he was 11 for 54, so 4.9 per carry. But through the air, 5 catches, 88 yards. He had a 55-yarder. Like, the Patriots and Dolphins game was awesome to watch. I see you guys in the comments. Miss Sandra in here as always. Miss Nancy, much love to Miss Nancy and the Nelsons. I know Lance just had his anniversary here recently, so happy anniversary to Lance, the president of Built in Buffalo. How about them Bills? You damn right, Christopher. You damn right, man. My man FG, strong, turned out to be good. Good win over the Jets. Yeah, Dorian Strong's actually played really well. Tre'Davious White played pretty well today. Benford played well today. We'll get into the Bills. We will get there. And Miss Nancy, go Bills. Go Bills, absolutely. Now, the Patriots might have themselves a quarterback. I'll tell you that, right? Because the game he had was very efficient. He only missed 4 passes out of 23. He was reading the field. He was getting out of people's way. And hard to watch 2 games, so I probably didn't see everything that happened in that game because I was definitely hyper-focused on the Bills game until it was out of hand, and then I was kind of tinkering on my phone, and the backups were in for like 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. The Dolphins Jets game went to the wire. And I hate both teams. I'll be fair. I'll be honest. I hate the Dolphins more. I grew up with the Marino-Kelly rivalry, so that still holds true in my heart. I know we went through those years of Tom Brady, but it's not Tom Brady's fault that we sucked. It's our fault that we sucked, or the Buffalo Bills organization's fault that we sucked. And he having to kick our ass for 17 years. But the Marino-Kelly years was something crazy. My nose is red, man. I had to exfoliate it today. I was having some acne. Anyway, but watching these two teams here just go at it. Devin Achane, 11 carries, 30 yards, not impressive. But Malik Washington at wide receiver, he had 23 yards on 3 carries. Getting end arounds and bootlegs, screens. Ollie Gordon, 1 carry for 8 yards. He needs to get more touches. I don't know if he got hurt in the game or not, but Ollie Gordon, the second, needs to get more touches for the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 109, so he finally had himself a big day. Devin Achane, 8 catches for 92 yards. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 68 and a touchdown. Achane had a touchdown receiving. Nick Whisper-Kikine, 2 for 18. I'm not going to go down the whole list because there was a bunch of onesies and twosies, but the Patriots, spread the ball out more from what it seems to me. They had Stevenson with 88, Austin Hooper with 38, Stephon Diggs with 4 catches for 32, Travion Henderson, 2 catches for 30, Keyshawn Boutte, 1 catch for 16 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Henry, everybody else after that was 1 catch. The Patriots just played a much more efficient game than the Dolphins did. Let's just be real here. They did. The Patriots played more efficient, and they made fewer mistakes. Other than the Garrett Bradbury fumble, which it was recovered by Drake May, so they didn't even lose it. Not as many mistakes done by the Patriots. Tua throwing an interception. That's a big one. Tua getting sacked 5 times. That's big. That's huge. You can't give up 5 sacks. It's ridiculous. You look at the defenses. Tyrell Dodson had a good game for the freaking Dolphins. 9 tackles, 6 of them solo. He had a solid day. Jordan Brooks, 8 tackles, 4 of them solo, 1 sack and a tackle for a loss. And a QB hit. Minkah Fitzpatrick, 8 total, 4 solo. Look at Bradley Chubb, 5 total tackles, 3 solo, 1 sack and a TFL. Like, the Dolphins' defense played well enough, but the offense really let them down. Even though Tua put up a bunch of yards, he got sacked 5 times. 5 times. That's wild. Milton Williams had 2 sacks. Robert Spillane had 1. Harold Landry had 1, and Kayvon Chason had 1. The Dolphins were just getting beat. They got beat like a dirty rug. Just taken outside, put it on line, and just tennis racket. Because I don't know what the hell the rug beater's called. So it looks like a tennis racket to me. But they got stomped the hell out. And the scoreboard doesn't indicate that, but if you watch the game, it looked bad for the Dolphins. There were times where the Patriots looked a little rougher on the edges too. Don't get it twisted, but the Dolphins just don't look good. And I told my guys at the AFC East Roundtable and a bunch of other, content creators, like, the Dolphins are not going to be good this year at all. Their coaches and staff will likely be fired by week 7. Well, we're going on vacation to go on a bye week, and we're getting Larry Ogunjobi back, and we're getting Michael Hoyt back. The Dolphins are going to be looking for new leadership on that. They're going to be looking for new leadership. They're going to have an interim coach, interim GM probably, or they'll let him stay till the end of the season and then cut him. But the Dolphins are in disarray. And then they went all in a couple years ago, and if I was a Dolphins fan, I'd be pissed off, right? I'm very good at compartmentalizing everything in my thoughts, and I've been saying it. Like, this year, they don't have the roster for it. They didn't have the money for the roster. Hell, we didn't have the money for the roster, but we have the coaching that helps propel young players into good professional players. TJ Sanders looked good today. Deion Walker looked good today. And I was upset when we drafted Deion Walker, but he's been proving me wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong in this one. The freaking Dolphins are in disarray, and I'm all for it, but if I was a Dolphins fan, this is how I'd feel. I look pissed off because if I was one of them, I'd be pissed off, and I'd be like, yo, get these fools out of here. Get them off my team. Get them as far away from here as possible. They need to blow it up and start over. I hope they don't, because if the status quo continues being what it is, we keep winning. But when a fan of another team hopes that you keep doing what you're doing, like when it's your rival, like when the Patriots were on top for all those years, all 20 of those years, right? They were hoping the Bills would keep doing what they were doing. They were hoping the Jets would keep doing what they're doing. They were hoping the Dolphins would keep doing what you're doing. That's what I'm hoping for the Dolphins. Keep doing what you're doing, because you got smacked. It is what it is. I told you so. Now, enough about the Dolphins and the Patriots. We see Dolphins next week, so we'll talk about that probably a little bit here. But enough about them. It's on to the Buffalo Bills, right? And let's be real here. All of us were a little scared when Josh Allen got hit in the face and that blood was coming down. I thought he broke his nose. I thought it was a nose break. I thought that he'd be okay for Thursday, but maybe not. But it's the Dolphins, so I would trust Trubisky in that one, because he went out there and the first thing he did was throw a freaking 32-yard pass to, I believe it was Palmer, with Sauce Gardner in coverage. So if you're asking me, I'd be okay. I'd be okay if Josh missed this next game, because I still think we beat the Dolphins. Like they suck that bad. But I know that we all, had a little bit of a butt pucker when that happens. And thank God it was fine. They stuffed some gauze in his nose, let him finish the game. He didn't have a great game. He didn't have a terrible game either. He just had a game. It was 14-25 for 148, no touchdowns, no interceptions. His passer rating was 73.4, but when you don't score touchdowns, it is what it is. But this wasn't the Josh Allen game. This was the James Cook game, which is crazy because the Jets defense is known for being good at stopping the run. And James Cook's like, hold my beer and don't drink it, because I'm coming right back. And James Cook went the hell off in this game. 21 carries, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6.3 per carry, and he had a long 44-yard run that was a touchdown. And he had every reason to be tackled and go down in that game. Coming back to the comments, Miami will start 0-3. John Robert. Yes, they probably will. Oh, definitely will. What I say probably. They play us next. 0-3. They'll probably start 0-5 and then off with their heads. Defense set the tone. They did. The defense, dude, they had 54 yards passing in this game. The Jets had 54 freaking yards passing in this game. Can't agree with that more. You can't agree with that any more than that. Like they had 100 yards rushing. They had 154 total yards in this game. 7 of their points were scored in garbage time. This game should have been a shutout, but that's hard enough to do. Tyrod goes in there, garbage time. He goes 7 of 11, 56 yards, and a touchdown. He did Tyrod things. He threw for 5.1 yards per carry or per pass. He checked it down, and he did what he did. Serviceable quarterback. If you need him to start for Justin Fields next week, he's an option. He's an option. Justin Fields had a horrible game. 3 of 11, 27 yards. No interceptions, but he was sacked twice. And one of those sacks is why he had to go out the game with that concussion or possible concussion. I don't know if they actually confirmed it or just said, this game's over. Just sit on the bench. We'll get you covered next week. We'll get you ready. But Colts beat the Broncos on a late field goal. That's wild. The Colts are 2-0 with Indiana Jones, Danny Dimes at quarterback. That's wild. I need to pull that up and see real quick. Colts, Broncos, 29-28. Damn, they pulled to us. They pulled to us from last week. Not as, not 41 to, 40, but 29-28. That's wild. Okay. They were at home, so, home field advantage is a thing, I guess. But, man, the Buffalo Bills today, like, Josh had 6 carries for 59 yards, so nearly 10 per carry. Ray Davis, he wasn't as effective today, but he still carried the ball quite a bit, right? He still carried the ball, 9 times. Got it. Elijah Moore, 2 end-arounds, 1 for a touchdown. That was great. I love that. Ty Johnson, 2 carries for 6 yards. Elijah Moore, 2 for 6 and a tutty. Trubisky, 3 for -3. So I'm guessing those are sacks that they actually counted as rushes, or if they were QB design runs, but neither here nor there. The receivers, like Joshua Palmer, 2 for 47. Dalton Kincaid, 4 for 37. Elijah Moore, 1 for 31. Keon Coleman, 3 for 26. Dawson Knox, 2 for 19. Kalish 1 for 12. Jackson Hawes, 1 for 5. James Cook, 1 for 3. Ty Johnson and Shavers were both targeted, did not catch the ball. This game did not require Josh to be Superman. The Jets are that bad. The Bills are that good. The roster's fine, right? The Jets went out last week. They played the Steelers. They lost by 2, and they put up 30. They put up 30 more points last week. This week, we held them to 3, and then our backups went in, and then let them score 7 more. Okay? Let's be honest here. That last touchdown, it was against the backups. And Tyro was in there with his starter still. And he had a tight end on a little, slant route, whatever it was. It was not a slant. It was like a curl. On that play, it was just a bubble in coverage or a window in the coverage. Cole Bishop was there, but his zone was actually the flat, so he went to cover the running back, and Dorian Williams didn't get there fast enough to affect the play. So, what happened? They scored a touchdown in garbage time. My man, John Robert comes out. Zion looked good. He looked very good. I like it. If he goes out there and you perform, right? Like, let's be real. Be real here. Ed Reed's probably going to miss a couple weeks. 2, maybe 3 weeks, probably. You get, I think there's 2 or 3 elevations from the practice squad. If Zion Logue continues to look this good, do you keep Ogunjobi or do you cut him loose and stick with Zion? Zion could make a case for himself. Joey Bosa stepped it up. He didn't step it up. He stepped right in it and then made it hurt. Love it. Joey Bosa was a beast today. He was causing havoc. Havoc for real. He could have had 3 sacks in this game. He almost did. The one play where he gets around Fields' legs and Fields just throws it away, but that should have been a sack. He actually got him for a sack. And there was another play, I forget where it was, but he came around the edge and he just kind of whiffed on him. Joey Bosa had a freaking day. He had a freaking day. Jets will do Jet things. Yes, they will. They will. They will do Jet things, and I expect nothing more of the Jets. They are who they are. This game was never about the Jets. It wasn't ever about the Jets. It wasn't. That's totally accurate. This was about the Bills proving that they are the AFC's Super Bowl contenders. That's what it is. That's what it was. See, thrown out of bounds to Tyrell Shavers. Yep. See, 3 elevations is correct. Okay, so 3. So if Ed misses 2 more weeks or 1 more week, it means that Zion will have the opportunity to then show what he's got in live game action. And if in live game action he's just that damn good, you keep him. And you push somebody else off the roster. Someone else has got to go. You reward results, right? Like if you go out there and you have results, then you get rewarded for that. You get taken care of. You get a roster spot. Or somebody else snags you off the practice squad. That's what's going to happen. He's either going to swap scooped up off our practice squad, or he'll get elevated to the roster when that time comes. We'll see. Time will tell. So far, we got the Bosa we were hoping for. Yes. And he is taking a lot of time off, right? He's going in on impact downs. He's making an impact. He's going to sit the hell down. Like when they need him to be Bosa, they're putting him out there. And when they need, just regular old pass rush, they're putting, Javon Solomon and AJ Epinesa out there. I like that Bosa and Groot are able to switch sides. That I like a lot. Gives her a lot of different looks. Chiefs are going 0-2. It looks like it. It looks like it because the Chiefs are in this game right now with the Eagles. Where is it? There's 39 seconds left. The Eagles have the ball, and the Eagles are up 20-17. I love it. I love it. We already have the tiebreaker over the Ravens. We have a cakewalk the next few weeks. People can tell me, hey, don't, take this lightly. I can take whatever lightly. I'm not playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So Chiefs just lost. Thank you. Hold that L. Hold it. It'll hold you back. Don't worry. And all is well. The Bills are 2-0. The Chiefs are 0-2. The Ravens are 1-1. The Dolphins are 0-2. The Patriots are 1-1. All right. And then the Jets are 0-2. So all is well in Buffalo land because we're on top. We're on top. Let's go. I'm very happy with the results this week. Like this weekend, I got home Friday evening. I went to the store with my sons. We got some things that we needed for the house for the weekend because I don't like leaving my house on the weekends if I'm going to be home. This whole summer, I've been traveling with my son because he's headed to college. And I was just like, I want to sit down. I want to watch college ball Sunday morning or Sunday at noon. I want to watch college ball. I want to watch the UFC. I want to watch boxing. I want to, enjoy my sports. This is a big sports weekend, Freaking Diego Lopez had a big win in his fight on UFC. Canelo Crawford was a banger. And Syracuse went and dominated Colgate, which they're supposed to, but all was well in football land. And then the Bills played the Jets, tore them, a new a-hole. And then the Dolphins lost, which is always good for me. It's always good for me. Chiefs have lost. I'm in such a good place right now. Such a good place right now. Because my weekend has been delightful. I've had a good weekend, and I wouldn't trade it for another weekend right now. Salute. See, Eagles win 20-17. Fly, Eagles fly. KC is 0-2 to start the season. Yep. Now, we can't count them out yet, but I sure can poop on them because I don't like them. I don't like them. They can kick rock. So I think that the Bills have things well in hand. You look at the Bills' schedule, and it is incredibly easy looking. I'll say easy looking. I won't say it's easy, but it's easy looking the rest of the way. You pull Buffalo Bills schedule. What does it say in the UK? Schedule. So we got past the Ravens, skin of our teeth. Beat the brakes off the New York Jets. We got the Dolphins, the Saints, the Patriots, Falcons, bye week, Panthers. Then we have the Chiefs. Then we have the Dolphins. Another easy one. Tampa's tough. Tampa's a tough one. Houston, we play Houston tough. They play us tough. That's a tough game. Steelers, we'll see what happens there. I've been impressed with what Rodgers has been doing. Cincinnati, they always play us tough. New England, Cleveland, Philly is the next really tough one, and the Jets again to close out our time in the Ralph, our time in Highmark, our time in New Era Stadium, in Rich Stadium, whatever you want to call it. The Bills should end the season like 15-2, 14-3. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to enjoy it. Let's see. Doug Augie back in the building. Only thing that would have made it better is if the Dolphins and Patriots had tied. Nah. I'm with the loss. Yeah. Because I'm not worried about either team. So any of these half losses, See, I believe Taron sat to save him for Miami. I think so too. Taron Johnson is, an all-pro player. I don't know if he's, still playing at that full all-pro level at the moment, but he's still damn good. We have guys on this team that can replace him in a pinch if we need to. Cam Lewis can play nickel if we need him to. But it is what it is. Taron Johnson's a damn good player. He's a dope player. He's very instinctive. He's very physical. And that's part of the reason why he's hurt all the time. It's because of how physical he is for his size. But I think so, yeah. Because we weren't worried about the Jets. Justin Fields throwing the ball, no, I'm not worried about that. And we have the pass rushers to really seal the edges so he can't get out. He got out once or twice today, and he completed 3 passes. So, yeah, not worried. Greg Rogowski, let's go. Indeed, let's go. Let's ride it, baby. Let's ride it because I'm here for it. All right, so covered the Bills postgame, covered the Dolphins and Patriots postgame. Let's go ahead and talk about around the league real quick. Let's go into that a little bit. So if I go to ESPN, NFL, scores, no, not schedule, scores. Of course, top one on here because they know my favorite team, Bills, Jets, 30-10. Tonight, Falcons are playing the Vikings, looks like. That's going to be an interesting game. The Cardinals beat the Panthers today in Arizona, 27-22. Bryce Young was 35 of 55 for 328 and 3 touchdowns in a loss. Kyler Murray, 17 of 25, 220, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Bryce Young, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Chuba Hubbard, the run game was really where Arizona kind of took the lead. Ted McMillan, 6 catches, 100 yards, already doing his business. Hunter Renfrow, 7 for 48, and 2 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard, 5 for 39, 1 touchdown. Panthers offense had a solid day. I'm guessing their defense just didn't hold up. Either that, or there was some fumbling going on. But yeah, Bryce Young lost a fumble. Man, Panthers got to pick it up. 0-2. Eagles just finished beating the Chiefs 20-7. Patrick Mahomes 16-29 for 187. He's not looking very, very Mahomesian, is he? He's not. My man says Taron Johnson and Rapp play like crash dummies. Yep. Steelers lost. Yes. So yeah. What's that say? Knock. Who's there? Owen who? Owen, Kansas City. Kansas City 0-2. Oh, okay. I saw the end of that, and I was like, I don't know what letter it is right now out the corner of my eye, and I was like, let me make sure I don't keep that up if it was something bad. But yeah, 0-2, baby. 0-2. The heck with the Chiefs, man. I can't stand them. But yeah, not a very Mahomesian game. 16-29, 187, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Passer rating of 72. I mean, all right. He had 7 carries for 66 yards, 1 touchdown. The run game was pretty trash. Kareem Hunt, 8 for 31. Isaiah Pacheco, 10 for 22. They don't look like the Chiefs right now. Then that could change going forward, but right now they look like trash. So problem for them, but we'll see what happens there. The Eagles, I mean, Jalen Hurts was 15 to 22 for 101 yards. Look, if you have any of the Eagles receivers, tight ends on your fantasy team, cut them. Cut them. Because that's not what they're about. They're about pounding the rock. Saquon Barkley, 22 for 88, 1 touchdown. A.J. Dillon, 3 for 19. Jalen Hurts, 9 for 15, and a touchdown. They are a running team. Devontae Smith had 4 catches, 53 yards. A.J. Brown, 5 for 27. Like, if you have them on fantasy, go ahead and get rid of them. See, did you see Elam in Dallas? He looks like the Elam we had in Buffalo. Kind of. Yeah, he did kind of, he got burnt a couple times, but, now he's in a scheme that's going to fit his style more. We'll see if he can grow there. He couldn't grow here, so. Why is my nose stuffy? Anyway. We just need to clean these injuries up. Yeah, we do. The injuries are a problem, and, you hate seeing guys get hurt. Right? No matter whose team they're on, but when it's on your team, it's a problem for you, right? Missing these guys is a problem. Ed, got stepped on, missing him for a couple weeks. Taron Johnson. There's a comment up here earlier. It said, there was Sandra. Taron Johnson and Rapp play like crash dummies. They do. They throw their bodies around. They're not ashamed of it. They're not worried about it. I do worry about it. I am a little more concerned about that because it's an issue that doesn't have to be one. Let me see. I don't like that color. There we go. There we go. I don't like the injuries either, but part of the game, it's 100% for every player ever. You're going to get hurt somewhere. And luckily we have the depth to, cover the deficiencies. Can't wait till we are fully healthy. Can't wait till we get our guys from suspension. And I can't wait till the Bills are just ready to move forward. And I hope we just keep winning, winning. Win the next play, win the next drive, win the next quarter, win the next, half, win the next game, and just keep on winning. That's what the Bills got to do. Let's see. What are the other games that we have here? The Jaguars and the Bengals. Hell of a game to watch. I thought the Jaguars had it in the bag, and then they let Jake Browning, mount the comeback. And he did. He looked pretty damn good. Trevor Lawrence went off in this game. 24 of 42, 271, 3 touchdowns. ETN, 14 carries, 71 yards. Jamar Chase, 14 receptions, 165, and a touchdown. That is crazy. But Joe Burrow appears to have potentially broken his toe or has a severe foot injury. Could not finish the game. I see you. Bengals are finished. I don't know. Because Browning played really well. He played really well. And so I don't know if that's a knock on Burrow. Like maybe you're not as good as we think you are because your backup comes in there and he's, mounting comebacks. But man, it's been interesting. It's a damn good game. Giants and Cowboys was nuts. It went to overtime. Russell Wilson had himself one hell of a day. 30 of 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, you cannot blame this game on Russell Wilson. Sorry. You can't. Like, he balled out today. People were calling for his job. He's like, nah, you can't have my job. 30 of 41, 450, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Dak Prescott, 38 of 52, 361, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Those are big-time passing numbers right there. We're talking about like 711 yards. Crazy. Cam Scatterbu, 11:45. Russell Wilson, 3 for 23 on the ground. Scatterbu's going to be a problem. He's not fast. You'll catch him from behind. But he is a bulldozer. He is a bulldozer for real. That dude, and he loves contact. Cam Scatterbu's a problem. See, Javonte Williams, 18 for 97 and a touchdown. That helped my fantasy line for real. Malik Neighbors, 9 for 167, 2 touchdowns. Wandale Robinson, 8 for 142, 1 touchdown. Darius Slayton, 2 for 61. Tyrone Tracy, 4 for 36. These are air numbers. Air numbers. CeeDee Lamb decided that his hands were going to work this week. 11 targets, 9 receptions, 112. Jake Ferguson, 9 for 78. George Pickens, 9 targets, 5 catches, 68 yards and a tutty. Devontae Turpin, 4 receptions and a touchdown, 47 yards. Like, these quarterbacks in the Cowboys versus Giants game went off. They went off. I was highly impressed with that game. See, it's our winning season. I hope so. I'm in it because I think the Bills are playing top-notch football. We saw what the pissed-off Ravens just did today to the Browns. They just embarrassed them. They scored a touchdown in every single way you can, offensive, defensive, and special teams. The Ravens are for real. But they ain't really got none for us, so that's fine. See, I think Curtis Samuel has been inactive because he doesn't play special teams. Moore and Shavers do play special teams. Yes, probably. It's most likely the case. And John Robert, yes. Jadeveon Clowney today at around 5 p.m. signed with the Cowboys. So after the game, they were like, yep, you know what? If we can win some games like this and let's go out there and get after the quarterback because we just allowed 450 yards through the air against us, which is insane. Insane. Next game, Bears-Lions. The Lions hung 52 freaking points on the Bears. 52 points got hung on the Bears. Seahawks just went out there and beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. I see you right here. It's a good day. Bills won. Miami lost. Steelers lost. And Chiefs lost. Boom. Yeah, I like it. Bills getting home field. You damn right. We getting the bye too. We getting the bye. Yeah. I live in Steelers country, so the last few years have been great. I like it. So the Bears are who we thought they were. Yeah, they are. Freaking bums. Jared Goff went out there 23 of 28 for 334 yards and 5 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 12 carries for 94 yards. That puts him in big-time numbers per catch or per carry. Rome Odunze, he was good for the Bears. 7 receptions for 128 and 2 touchdowns. So he wasn't the reason they lost, obviously. But, man, the Bears are trash. You bring in Ben Johnson, and they're still trash right now. It's early. It's week 2, so they got time to pick it up. But we'll see what happens there. But, man, you get your shit pushed in the division twice in a row. That's pretty wild. Rams went in there and they spanked the Titans. I mean, Cam Ward looked good. He was making some moves. He was doing some good things out there. So Cam Ward, shout out to you. You're on a bad team, man. They picked 1 overall for a reason. You're on a bad team, and so good luck with the rest of the season. But that's tough. That's tough. Now, Niners, Saints. I think we all expected the Niners to win. They're 2-0 now. Mac Jones, 26 at 39 for 279 and 3 touchdowns. I didn't expect that from Mac Jones, but Mac Jones went out there and he played exceptionally well. Like, yeah, Mac Jones is probably going to get himself a job elsewhere because they just paid Purdy. And now Mac Jones out there balling out. So we'll see what happens. See, Trey White played good for the Bills. He did. Bills are 2-0. They are. But yeah, I think I would have expected the Niners to win that game, but with all the injuries, you just never know. But here they are. Mac Jones went out there and lit it up. Seahawks beat the hell out of the Steelers. You guys already said that they won, but I didn't know it was that bad. 22 of 33 for 295 and 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold, good game. Kenneth Walker Jr., 13 carries for 105 and a touchdown. Pretty good. Then Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions, 103 yards. Like, yeah. Browns Ravens 41-17. The Ravens coming in today like, oh yeah, you're gonna put 41 on us. Now we're gonna put 41 on somebody else, and they did. They beat the brakes off the freaking Browns. Who would have expected anything less than that? Lamar Jackson 19 of 29 for 225 and 4 touchdowns. I don't understand, and it doesn't bother me, but I don't understand. Like he'll have a 4 or 5 touchdown game, but only have like 225. Like, what's going on with that? Is it just like he's intermediate in efficiency to where Derrick Henry and the boys will get them to like, the 30, and then he's just, dicing you up at the freaking at the red zone? Like, is that what's going on? Because like he just doesn't put up big yardage numbers, which again, if he's winning, which a lot of times he is, who cares? But that's baffling to me. Zay Flowers 7 receptions, 75 yards. Broncos losing to the Colts is interesting. Daniel Jones 23 of 34 for 316 and a touchdown. Like he's putting up numbers. Taylor, running back Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 165. Like he went the hell off. Like what Derrick Henry did to us last week, Jonathan Taylor just did to the freaking Broncos. And then Troy Franklin, 8 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Man, interesting week of football. But the AFC East, which is what we care about, the AFC East is sitting Buffalo Bills 2-0. Patriots 1-1. 1-1. Jets and Dolphins 0-2. Let me see where they rank in division standings. The Jets are ahead of the Dolphins, even though they're both 0-2. Conference, the Buffalo Bills are number 1 in the conference right now. The Colts are 2, and the Bengals are 3. Chargers are 4. Chargers, I believe, play Monday Night Football. Not positive. Schedule. Monday Night Football. Yep. It's a Monday night doubleheader, actually. Yep. So there's no Sunday night game today. Okay. Works for me. Actually, no. There's a Sunday night game. 8:20. Falcons versus Vikings in Minnesota. Okay. Well, guys. Oh, hey. Got some comments there. There was a little gap there for you guys. For Broncos missed a field goal that opened the door for the Colts. Hey, sometimes luck is just not on your side. And you get to take advantage of there. And you got to close the show. See, a key reason why the fish are 0-2 is because the right side of their starting O-line are on the IR. Bills D-line will be feasting on Thursday night. Hey, I'm praying for Tua. Tua, I got you in my prayers, buddy. I don't want you getting, demolished out there. Hopefully no injuries, but if you take a lot of hits, you're gonna get hurt sometimes, and I hope that doesn't happen to him or anybody else. But the ponies are coming, buddy. They're coming, and the Dolphins line sucks anyway. So I don't know if that really is that much of a deal, but their line still sucks. Even if those guys are still there, they still suck. So, see, Bills defense underrated. Bosa played great, and Christian Benford, yeah, agreed. Well, guys, that is the show. I hope you guys had a good time with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes, the comments, subscribes, and just remember, every single time, let's go Bills. Love you guys. Take care. Good night.